studio supers, and I try to put it up there. I try to analyze those. Sometimes I analyze wrong, or I'm not as deep, or I don't want to have the scholarly background, for I don't want to have that scholarly background. What I know, I know. What I don't know, I don't know. This be my way. That's fine. I mean, like, I'm with you when it comes to not wanting to get the academic background. I mean, I am an academic, right? I study. I'm a professor. I have 2 graduate degrees. I teach, but I hate academia and I hate the academic mindset and the way of thinking. But that's only because of the recent, like, 60s on and all the crap that the academics, quote unquote, poured into that institution, which was horrible. Back in the days, you went to go get a master's or a PhD in literature. You actually learned about the literature. You actually delved into the literature and what it meant, and you weren't just trying to use it as a stepping stool for a political agenda. So yeah, it's but you don't need to be an academic. You don't need to be a school studied scholar. I mean, we got the internet now. It's not hard for anybody to look something up, and you go by your interests too, right? If you really like a movie and it really resonates with you, I always tell my students, well, go follow your interests, follow what you're into. If you love that movie, start asking yourself why you loved it. What was it about that movie that makes you love it so much as opposed to other movies? And don't just fall back on the easy, well, it's just my taste. Well, yeah, there's something there's something to taste, but there's more to it than that. So the more there's a great lie. A lot of people think that, well, if I analyze it and pick it apart, then I just won't enjoy it. Oh, no. If you analyze it right, you'll enjoy it so much more. I've analyzed to death the 2012 The Avengers, Marvel's The Avengers, and I freaking love that movie. Same thing with 78 Superman, and The Incredibles. That movie is just amazing. Crystal Ashes, good to see you there. So if you analyze and pick apart something only to realize that you no longer like it, then chances are it wasn't very good to begin with. You're right. You're right. I know I mentioned, being a musician or playing bass, you can love a song. You think, oh, this song is so fun. And, you can get too familiar with something. There is such a thing as that. So you try trying to learn the line and you're playing it and everything. And it's maybe listening to it doesn't feel quite as magical as it did beforehand, but I don't think that has to do with picking it apart. I think that has to do with just being a little too familiar with it for a time. If you watch a movie over and over and over and over and over again, then, it's not going to feel as magical because you're just too familiar with it. You got to, set apart a little bit.